Hello everybody, welcome back to our walkthrough of the Lost Crown. God knows what part we're on now. We've just been speaking to old Tawny, Bob Tawny, in his workshop. He's probably the best character out of the whole lot actually. I really enjoy him, although you don't really get to chat to him huge amounts, you know, he's not like the main character, let's say. Anyway, when we left off we were looking at the map and we were going to start investigating the areas we hadn't been before. Now, we've sort of come to a bit of a dead end here. We're somewhere up here. Where are we? Apparently we're on station 9. Here we are, Smithy. That's him, Bob Tawny. So we're going to be coming out of there and heading back towards this area. Now, we've seen round by the museum, but we can't go there yet. So we're going to head round to this here, the Saxton Station. We're going to have a look at these areas here. And I've no idea what's going to happen exactly. Yeah, so we'll take it from there. That way. There we go. Right, round this way. No Tawny behind. Okay, yeah. So it's been a couple of days since I last played, and oh yeah, I forgot about him. No, we've already spoken to him. Don't like him. So forgive me if I repeat myself. I do recall we spoke to the lady up outside her house. What's her name? Nana something. Oh, I can't remember. We spoke to her. She's all fortune-tellery and such. She has ways of the mind we cannot conceive. And she mentioned that perhaps going into the museum is best, but we can't go in there until the afternoon, I think. So we're now essentially just killing time, which obviously we're looking around. We're going to start activating things which will move time on. Right. Rules Antiques. Sounds charming. Okay. Isn't that music in the background? I don't know why. Something really sinister about that kind of music. It's probably used in every horror film ever.
3 crowns. A link to the legend.
It is indeed, right. So, what is that? Just what is it, a picture? A cushion? I don't know. I can't go inside. I can go back or this way, sorry. Let's go up this way, see what's here. Nothing there. Looks like a door, but I can't go in. Right. Hudson's. See, there's all these old adverts everywhere. I still get this feeling that, ooh, the train's here. Right, okay. So, what are the marshes not, what do they call them, the fens are not flooded anymore? I don't get it. All these old adverts everywhere. It's sort of like you step back in time. I don't quite understand it. Special cheap day tickets, London Central Saxton Harbour. Oh, I've got to do this. What? I can't do anything. Okay. How boring. Let's go in. Hudson's Soap. Okay. Yeah, but see, all these old adverts, yet he's got what looks like a rudimentary iPad.
Station Master.
Mr. Danvers! Saxton treating you well, is it?
Station Master. Do you live in Saxton?
That I do. Did the young lady get her purse back?
No,
Delivered personally.
Damn.
Oh, well done, sir.
Well, of course you're going to say that. You'd nick it anyway. And, you know, you wouldn't know the difference. Whatever. What news? What news, Station Master?
What
Okay.
news, Station Master?
I hear Harbour Cottage has a new tenant.
It's us.
Me.
Ah,
Oh.
thought it might be. Everything all right, is it?
No, not really. There's no power, and
And what?
I'm not sure. There's something strange in the dark. Something.
Oh, look at us spooking ourselves.
Ha ha ha. Yes. Look at us. Still no trains, but there's one outside. Okay.
Still no trains, Station Master.
No trains today, the spring.
Spring tides flood the fens, I know.
Nothing wrong with good old legwork.
So the train tracks are safe to walk?
Well, I didn't say that, but you should be quite safe during the day.
Oh, are there night trains?
No, but the tracks are different at night.
Different at night. They're darker, harder to see. Imagine this station has a tail. Right, okay.
Is
yeah,
this a
keep moving.
station or a museum?
A station, of course, but we are proud of our past.
I'm guessing your father worked on the trains?
Yes, and his father before him.
So these photographs are personal to you?
When they stay up,
What do you mean?
blasted things have a habit of falling down during the night.
Not the night. The dreaded night.
I imagine this station has a tale to tell.
Oh, indeed it does. A right royal treasury of twice-told tales.
Are any specific to the tracks or these photos?
Well, there was the great crash back in the 20s. The old apple train heading for London. Back in my father's time.
What happened?
He was master of this station back then. The apple train ran from Northfield Junction to London, carrying fruit for the local bigwig, Master Gurney. He owned the land around Northfield, ran that train. Packed full of ripe apples it was, and his sorting staff.
Sorting staff? To sort the apples?
That's right, poor souls, paid pennies they were. That train had been running for, nigh on 30 years when it happened.
What did happen, station master?
It was the last train that evening, and a foggy night it was. My poor dad was out in the cold at Northfield Junction, waiting to change the tracks. He could hear the train approaching through the fog, so, like he'd done 100 times, he pulled the lever to divert the train on its course. Only the lever jammed, stuck fast. My dad swore the fog itself seemed to curve and twist itself around that junction. It was a queer business, no mistake.
Go on, station master.
Well, my father thought fast, like anyone would in such circumstance. The train would derail when it hit that junction, so he lit his lamp to a fiery red, burning bright in the darkness. Old Tonka, the driver, could spot a red lamp a mile off, normally, with that damned fog. Shouting he was, my poor old dad. That apple train was not slowing for no one. Then it happened. The great engine loomed up out of the fog, and it caught the rails, screamed out its agony. My father threw himself into the reed by the side of the track, and watched in horror as the carriages toppled and fell into the river. He could hear the screams of the men on board, men he'd known all his life, trapped on the train as the cargo fell upon them, pushing deeper into that murky water.
Oh my god, they drowned?
Every one of them. My dad tried to pull them free, but the bodies were
What? Please tell me.
beyond hope, smashed to pieces amongst the apples. The sweet smell of apples, and the sweet, sickly smell of blood. He only spoke of it once, that same night, in the Bear. A few brandies helped. They always do. Oh boy, that was a night we'd never forget. My poor old dad. Oh, listen to me, getting all emotional. I blame you, sir. Time to get back to work.
Blame me, right. Charming. Only asked you a couple of questions, you're the one started on the fucking... Never mind, anyway. Right, let's have a look at some of these pictures. Seem to be scattered around the place. You seem to want to have a look. Right, okay. Fair enough. I've got to wonder whether these are actual pictures or mocked up. And if they're actual pictures, you just got to think, who are they? I mean, you know, it really does beg a question. Random child. Okay. We're all men here except for this child. Saxon. Now, I wonder if that's mocked. Obviously, it looks like a real train, but... And Saxton does exist. I don't know. It would be interesting to think that perhaps, you know, the actual... the photo was real and it actually really incorporated the real world into the game, because that would be interesting.
Wartime evacuees, escaping the Blitz. back in the 40s.
I think the definition of a comma means that you don't have to start a new sentence at the beginning. Never mind. Look at this little child's trousers, we'll say. Okay. See, that does at least vaguely bear a resemblance to the station we landed at, but it's probably still not it. Oh, that was the door. Okay.
The door is locked.
Well, why didn't you ask? He probably could have told you that, but never mind. Look at this! It's nearly 2 o'clock according to that, but oh. I thought it was supposed to be morning. Never mind, never mind. Right, so little child, not... Oh.
It appears there's a rival Saxton Snapper.
Yes. Okay. I've forgotten about that competition actually. We don't even actually have a camera as yet. I believe we do get one, obviously. That's part of the storyline, but we shall see. We shall see. Still can't go in there. Right. That was an interesting interlude. Bit of storyline to the old railways and their connection to perhaps some of the incidents around Saxton that are causing all these unusual phenomena. But I wonder whether it's actually let us move on at all, or whether it's just a little interlude. Oh, keep forgetting about the skip. So we've got these buntings up nice and well. Let's have a look back at the house. Because you can never see these. Ooh, can we go around the corner? I'm sure we couldn't before. Oh. Where's my coffee? Alright. Skateboard?
Good
How old was
morning.
Oh, good morning. Where did you spring from?
Right here. I'm staying in the cottage.
Harbour Cottage?
Well, yes. Why? What's wrong?
You tell me. Everything okay in there, is it?
Well, it's got no power. Refrigerator, TV, hi-fi.
That's not what I meant. That place has a reputation. A bad one.
You didn't strike me as the superstitious kind, Miss Rubens.
Oh, look, forget last night. I was tired and cold. Call me Lucy.
I want to know who that is. Who are you? Anyway, to be fair, he did introduce himself rather rudely, so I don't think she can really be held accountable for her reaction. Anyway, what's to do with Harbour Cottage? It's freezing out here, can't you feel it? What? Do you know the townspeople? You must live nearby.
What's
Okay.
the deal with Harbour Cottage?
I'm not sure. We've always been told to stay away.
Haunted, perhaps?
Oh, no. Please don't tell me you're a believer.
In ghosts? Well, I've seen a few things. You know, unexplainable.
Unexplainable. Yes. That's one word for it.
Are you okay?
Yes. It's just that place. I had a bad experience in there as a child.
Want to talk about it?
No, it was silly stuff. Childhood fears, insecurities, monsters.
Doctors and nurses going wrong. Here he is again! Come away! What is this? What's it like triplets just decide to walk about 50 feet apart? Okay.
It's freezing out here. Can't you feel it?
Bad night? Late night? Too much local ale?
Bad dreams. A vision of a room.
That place will do your head in. You need to get out and about.
Any suggestions?
Ooh, Saxton's the tourist capital of the universe. The sea air might clear your head. Or you could try the caverns.
Caverns?
Yeah, just head towards the back of the beach. Watch out for Hardacre, though. I saw him heading that way. With his treasure hunting stuff. Sorry, I mean archaeology equipment.
Oh, he's coming back. Did he come back before? I'm sure he didn't. So that's 3 times that way, 1 time this way. I don't know. Or is that someone else? Even more intriguing. Right. What do you know of the townspeople?
What do you know of the townspeople?
Not a lot, but I'll help if I can.
Okay. Let's see, I probably should have spoken to her, through some inexplicable reason, before Old Tawny, because we were talking about people we didn't actually know the names of, despite knowing their names. Right, okay. Yes.
Professor Hardacre's a strange one.
I know. Every year he turns up, looking for treasure. Always digging, always hunting. Sad, really.
Why sad?
He has nothing else to do, and no one else. He's devoted to his quest.
The old woman with the dog.
Nanny Noah? Oh, she's a sweet old thing.
I met her last night by the water's edge. She seemed...
Distant? Yes, she gets like that. There's a tragedy in that woman's past. The signs are there.
She seems very lonely.
Yes, there was something between her and Bob Tawny, but, well, it's all palm reading, herbal teas, and magic with her now.
Oh, a bit new age, is she? Well, I never.
Well, I never. And he definitely didn't come back this time. I saw it. I was watching. He's still there. Okay. This pub landlady, she does seem a bit weird, the landlady, I have to admit.
What about the pub landlady?
Morgan? Bold as horsebrass she is, and just as tacky.
You don't get on?
No, she was a bully at school. Once a bully, always a bully.
Is that your professional analysis?
Ha! I've got better minds to study than Morgan Mankell's.
But whilst we're on the subject, yes. Let's talk about something
Let's talk about something else.
Okay, what do you want to know?
else. It sounds like someone doing a bad Shatner impression. Okay. The townspeople must live nearby. I would assume so. She only got here on a skateboard. God knows how you skateboard on this floor. Look at that. Jesus. There's life in your own hands there.
You must live nearby.
That's right, we live
Who's
by
nearby?
the harbour.
We?
Me, Mum, Dad. You know, the usual.
Uh-huh. So you all organised the fair?
You'd hope, but Mum likes long afternoons with the gin bottle, whereas Dad prefers to flirt with the horses at the track. But each May, the fair does happen in this town, so it's not all bad.
So what she's saying is she does it all. Her dad likes horses, perhaps a little too much by the sounds of it. And her mum likes gin. Perhaps that's something to do with her dad liking horses. I don't know. Maybe her mum is a horse. Now that is weird. Drunken horse on gin. Okay,
Catch you later.
Without doubt, my friend.
I think. Salam Effendi. In case you're wondering, that's just purely an old Indiana Jones and Fate of Atlantis. You meet these guys out in the desert, say hello every time you left, every time you spoke to them. Salam Effendi would be all you get from them. It's quite funny, really. Oh, hang on, we're going to go in the house. We're still expecting that package. I wonder if we've... Oh, post.
What's this?
It's a letter. This is a phone thing all over again, isn't it? Neville. I think it was... Oh, yeah, because we're Nigel. Okay. I think it was Neville, wasn't it? Anyway, let's start again. I'm around town today at the edge of the quay by Harbour Cottage. Let's chat. Lucy Rubens. Right. Go. Okay. No real organisation going on here whatsoever. Hang on, let's just have a quick check in the house. Because I'm not sure as if there's anything that would tell us this parcel's been delivered, except perhaps maybe being here. And it looks like not. Dang.
Home, sweet home. For the time being.
Well, okay. That's what you want to think? Oh, right, okay. Be gone. We still have more of the town to see. Seriously. Black Cap. What was he thinking? Okay. So we've spoken to the lady despite the fact that we missed the letter telling us to. We've asked about people we didn't even know the name of. And then found out their name. I can see we're doing well here. Going very well. Right, this way. Let's go down to the beach, see if a bit of fresh air will help us out. I'm not going to pop into the bear, because I can't imagine there's anything useful going on in there. If I really want to, I'll pop in later, on the way back. See if we find anything coming this way now. Because there's still a lot of places to see, actually. Now, we've already been up around the station. Gift shop, no, sorry, the antique shop here is the bit we haven't seen. Gift shop and the bridge don't exist, apparently. Lighthouse Cafe, that is round the corner. We picked up a muffin or something. No, a cookie. We got a cookie from that. Right, so we've been down the quayside. This is us. Seat. Why would you highlight the seat? Now, I believe these bits become available sort of later on. You know, it sort of goes without saying, really. The place does get bigger. It's very good. Right, so we're coming past the bear. But, oh, damn it. No. What am I doing? There we go. Bottom of the map. Right. But there's still these areas down here. Now, remember earlier, we came out, we were around this cave entrance here and went off to find a piece that was a piece of map. Or is it up here? Actually, it might be about here. Not a map, it was a sign. That was it. We were building a sign, found a piece, and it led off somewhere, but we didn't follow it through, so to speak. So let's head off in that direction, see if there's anything new or interesting around. Could be intriguing. Oh, and she also mentioned about those caves. See if we can see what's going on with it. Hardacre. Yeah, that's the one. Hardacre. Perhaps he's around spelunking, as you do. Spelunking. There's one spot I could never get my head round. Let's find the tiniest crevice, hundreds of feet beneath the ground, and wedge ourselves in it. That doesn't look like anything's changed, so let's see if we can actually get in there. Ooh! Oh, there's a lantern now. Excellent. Ooh.
Has someone been here? Has someone been here?
Oh, so, okay, so we're not actually going to pick it up then, we can just move on.